everybody, and welcome to the Knit and Pause podcast. This is my second go-round, because I'm still saying beyond the knitting. Anyway. My name is Raylene, aka Kamana Knits on Ravelry. That I got right. This is episode 31, ups and downs, or downs and ups, or something. I make my show notes, I start them a week ahead of time, and often I'll choose a name then. I don't remember what that is right now. It is Friday. It is February 6th, 2015. It is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is snowing outside, off and on. Started last night, snowed a bunch. Snowed a little bit more this morning. Snowed. That's okay, it's January, we're supposed to have snow. Well, it's February, I guess. We're supposed to have snow. You can find show notes for this episode and every other episode at knitandpausepodcast.com. You can also find us on YouTube. There is a link in the show notes to the YouTube channel. You can also find us on iTunes. Yay, iTunes! And that's it. I do try to post links on the Ravelry board. I do not always remember. I feel like I need to scooch over. Maybe I could scooch this. I don't know. Something needs to be scooched. So, let's get into it. I have a fair amount of progress to show, so first we'll start with finished objects. As you can tell, I am wearing a finished object. I finished my Miranda by José Paquin. I did it as part of the Knitting Samurai and Her Guys podcast Knit Along, which goes until the end of the month, so you still have time. Because if I can finish this in 2 weeks for a 50, for the biggest size, plus mods for boobage, you, many smaller people, can probably finish it as well. Or if you're my size, you can finish it as well. So, did 2 weeks about, started at middle of January, finished it last week Sunday. And I finished because I ran out of yarn. This was knit in Elspeth Lavold Silky Wool XL in color 09 or dark turquoise. To me it's blue, I don't see any turquoise in it, I don't see any green in it, but whatever. Oh, excuse me. I knit it on US size 8, that's 5.0 millimeter needles. My gauge was off. I was knitting the 53-inch bust size, because that's about for my upper bust, and then I did increases, and because I didn't read the directions and didn't realize there were 2 sets of increases, it's a little bit larger. Plus my gauge, I could have knit this on a 7, and still been fine, I'm sure. The gauge in the pattern is 18 stitches per 4 inches. After washing and blocking, I got about 16 stitches per 4 inches. I like the fabric. It's a little bit looser than maybe I was expecting it to be. So I will stand up here, try to stand up here, and show. Pull up my pants. So this is how it fits. The sleeves are too big. I do not have a whole lot of this. That's the t-shirt that I threw on under it. The armholes are too big. I could sew them up maybe. And they're kind of fluttery. Is that a thing? Is fluttery a thing? Yeah, so it fits well. I blocked the front, I pulled it down so it's longer, because otherwise shirts have a habit of riding backwards. Nobody wants to see that. So I blocked the front longer, and I kept the back, I didn't pull the back down. The back seems to fit nice. I don't have a lot of excess fabric over here. You can see it's a little bit loose, but not too bad. I have a lot of extra fabric under here. So I need to fix that before I really want to wear it. And here when I sit, it's kind of flopping. So I need to fix that. I will maybe pick up and do some short rows along the underarm to close it in a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. I guess I measured my arm too high, because it comes almost all the way down to my elbow and yeah. So anyway, that's done. I'm happy with it. Like I said, I'm going to try to fix the sleeve, but otherwise it's perfect. So that is that. I had 9 skeins of that, by the way, and I could do my size, plus I made extra bust increases. That's only, I think it was 965 yards or something. Doesn't use much at all. So the next thing I'm calling a finished object, but it is not put together. I have all the pieces knit. I knit a Mario the Artistic Rabbit by Jenna Krupar, aka Retro Lemon Studios. And I had all the pieces for it. So I knit this out of Madeline Tosh Vintage short skeins. So they're 190 yards instead of 200. In Mansfield Garden Party, this is going to be for my niece. There's the body and the ears. I knit this on US size 6, that's 4.0 millimeter needles. I have knit vintage before on size 4s, and that was far too, but I can still, like, you can kind of fold them over, and they stay folded. So, and then here's the little, what I like about the little fingers, his little arms, they fit on my fingers. I was like, I could knit gloves like this. 12 stitches around, down, 12 stitches. I actually have enough yarn of this to probably do a pair of gloves if I really wanted to, but I don't know if I really want to. And then the little feeties. Okay, anyway. So you stuff, I need to buy safety eyes and a nose. So I need to also sew the ear. I can sew the ears on. And then you stuff just his little hands to make them maybe a little bit fatter than they are. And then you just stuff his little feeties and whip stitch them onto the bottom. And then you make a pom-pom tail. So I'm going to be making a pom-pom, I guess. I'm not really into pom-poms, but that's okay. It's cute. It kind of pooled a little bit, but that's okay. Not too worried about it. It's for a baby who's like 6 months old. She's not going to care if it pooled. She's going to go, ooh, colors. Next we have works in progress. Sorry, I'm still recording. Okay, it's going to be kind of the standard from now on. I record at my boyfriend's desk facing the window. Computer's like way over there, so I have to look like this to look at my show notes. So, first thing in my Girl Cave Bags bag. I think it's Girl Cave Bags. Yes, it is. This is her sock size bag. I have a hoe. This is Into the World Meridian Sock in On the Rocks. This was the September 2014 Club Colorway. Did a Fish Lips Kiss heel because I'm still working on that. I moved 4 stitches from the heel to the top and then increased 4 and decreased 4 when I was working the heel to try to get a little bit more give in the arch. And then I do a rounded toe. Oh, that's not good. What happened there? Wow. I have no idea how that... Oof. Alright. Something funny happened there. Oh well. So I do a rounded toe as a la Yarn Harlot. So I decrease round, knit 4 rows, decrease round, knit 3 rows, decrease round, knit 2 rows, decrease round, knit 1 row, and then decrease every round until I get to between 10 and 12 stitches. Lately it's been 12 because I'm lazy, but usually I do 10. So that's a hoe. And I have started the second sock, and I am that way down the cuff. I do top-down socks because I like them. I actually really like Kitchenering the toe, and I like the way it looks Kitchenered. I always find that my increases when I'm doing toe up don't quite look right to me because I'm a picky princess. So those are my school knitting socks. Or I only knit them during class. So hopefully I will definitely have those finished by the next time I record, and probably have another sock on the needles. The his and her gloves, I'm having problems with those. Big time ookie problems. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. These are the needles for them. So, I kind of have a hoe. I had the thumb finished at one point. I don't know if you remember. I finished all the fingers. The problem is that right there for the thumb. If I pick up and knit around this, then it pulls like this across when you stretch out your thumb. And I don't know how to fix that. I think I have to knit short rows down till about here. It's not that bad for me, but it does not work for my boyfriend. It's very bad for my boyfriend. I actually ripped back a little bit on this finger and made it a little bit shorter. So they're kind of in hibernation. They're in timeout. I'm not very happy with them. I did these wonky short rows on that finger thinking that it would fix this issue, but the issue really is down here, not up here. So those wonky short rows didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Maybe it's the placement of the thumb. I don't know. But I don't know. They're sitting until I can figure out what the hell I'm going to do with them. Those are out of Barocco Ultra Alpaca Fine in colorway 1288. These are US size 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles. And that's that. Also in my rainbow bird leg bags is my banana leaf shawl by Yuki Idea in Skein Merino Lace, which is discontinued, in Element, which is not discontinued. You can still get this colorway, just not in this base. The little doohickey is where I was last time, so I have made some progress on this. It's taking forever. It would help if I knit on it, but I do not knit on it all that often. Because first I was finishing the Miranda, and then I did the bunny, and then the bunny only took me 2 nights, so. And then I've been knitting on this a little bit. So that's how that's going. Long way to go. The middle isn't even getting hollowed out of the yarn yet. It's 950 yard, I think, skein. It's gonna be a while, but that's okay. Next is my Pomme de Pin cardigan, which has gotten some work done. This is out of Barocco Ultra Alpaca Light. Light? Must be light, because the other one was fine. That was the fingering. This is the Sport Weight Ultra Alpaca-y Alpaca in the Peat Mix colorway. Pomme de Pin is by Amy Christophers. The last time I think I showed it, I took it off the needles at this line at Waste Yarn and washed it and laid it flat to see how much it would grow lengthwise. It did not grow all that much. Maybe an inch. Yeah, about an inch. So I am knitting, I have to knit another 4 inches, and then I can do the sleeve funness, and right now I'm at about 2.5. I need it to be, at this line it's 12 inches washed and blocked, and I need it to be 17. That is what the pattern length calls for, and I'm just going to do that. Because really. So that's still going. It's okay. I think I'm going to enjoy it once it's done. I'm just kind of really tired of long rows right now. So there's that. So yeah. Some work has been done on that. Okay, now I'm going to mesh recent purchases with a whip. And my hair is doing whacked out shit. Sorry, it's toque weather. Hair's all over the place. Really? How did that... Oh, that's it. Okay, so if I can sort this out. I purchased a skein. I did not bring the tag. This is Twisted Limone. Tangy sock. The reason why it looks so funky is because I knit a bunch and then ripped it out and then kind of wrapped it around. That's my fault. My bad. I can't do my sections as nice and neat as she can because I am not as adept. I am not as practiced, not as worldly, not as good, I guess. Whatever. This is her tangy self-striping sock base. It's not quite that neon, but it's pretty neon. In Juiced, I believe. Yes. So tangy self-striping stock in Juiced. It's a 80-20 or 75-25, something like that. I've obviously cast it on. I wanted something mindless that was not the banana leaf shell. Yeah. Okay. So I cast on Jaywalkers by... I don't have it written down. They're by someone. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's a chevron pattern. You can't really see. I'm only a little bit into it. I actually had about this much done and then tried it on. It did not fit. Bias fabric. And I cast on the smallest size, which is 76 stitches, so I figured that would work. It did not. So I ripped back to the ribbing, and then I did a knit round, or I did another ribbed round, and I increased 4 stitches on either side to get to the next, the 86 stitch, which is the next size up. You can kind of see. So those are kind of going. I should have waited to cast these on. I'm not convinced that I'm going to enjoy knitting the pattern. Recently I'm just into plain vanilla socks. I'm at the stage in my knitting life where I only want to knit plain vanilla socks. Pattern socks piss me off. Not really, but they're annoying. Because I have to think about it then. Do the same thing over and over and over again. I know, because knitting stockinette is totally not doing the same thing over and over and over again, but at least I don't have to think about it while I do it. It's a testament to how much brain power I have for knitting. These don't have a bag. Okay. They had really, like, I have ordered a couple things now from the UK, and they ship extremely fast to Canada. It is fast. It's quicker for me to get something shipped from the UK than it is to get it shipped from the States. Figure that one out. We're right beside you. It takes like 3 weeks for anything to get to Canada. Even Express Post. Like I was a bad girl and I placed an order from Madeline Tosh. We're out of Fort Worth, of course, Texas. They send it International Express flat rate. Which is awesome. I love flat rate. Come on, I'll totally pay $8. If it means I can order as much as I want for $8. Well, $8 shipping. So, I ordered a sweater quantity for Boxy. They had Twist Light limited edition, which I think were slightly shorter skeins, 415 yards instead of 420. And they were cheaper. They were, instead of 22 or 20. Instead of 20 a skein, they were 17. I totally ordered 5. And I'm going to do a boxy. I've been wanting to do a boxy for a while, but I don't have enough fingering weight in a sweater quantity to do a boxy. So, and then I also ordered Twist Light in Cosmic something, because it's gray, and it's speckled with neon rainbow. How could I say no? I was already ordering. $8 didn't increase my shipping. But it takes 3 weeks to get from there, or 3 weeks from the Loopy U, or 3 weeks from anywhere. I get things from the UK in about a week. Order it within a week to 10 days. It's here. So, they're awesome. The other thing that I got, which is still in its little baggy boo, I received my January club colorway of Into the World. This is in their Pakuku sock, which is their 80-20 basic sock. If you do not want to be spoiled. This is an awesome... Oh, it's a 75-25. 4-ply. If you don't want to be spoiled, look away. But this is an absolutely amazing color. And I love it so much. And she's having a shop sale or an update tomorrow where I can order more. I don't know if I will, though. I don't know what I'd do with more. I could do a boxy with... Wait, I'm already doing one. I wonder how this stuff works on a large garment. It probably pools quite a bit. I mean, it's cool on a sock that it kind of stripes. But on a big garment, I don't know what big I would make out of a very variegated yarn that's supposed to pool and flash. Anyway, this is Moriarty. So it starts off with this. It is not that bright. It's a really dark brown into a purple and into a blue and into a green and then a gray. Ends with a gray. It is gorgeous and I loves it and I wants to squish it. Squish, squish. So I mean, I've liked all of the colorways that I've gotten so far with the club. I've been a member since July. No, I got June. No, July. July 2014 was my first month. I joined around this time last year. I went on the wait list. They currently don't have a wait list for the sock club. So if you want in, go for it. I pay $40 a month after exchange and shipping. And it comes to me. These guys are actually pretty good with shipping. They ship it on the 19th or 20th of the month. I usually get it within a week. So these guys are awesome. I am always happy with Into the World. I want to order more of this, but I don't know what to do with it. If I can figure out tonight what I would do with a sweater's quantity of this, maybe I will order more. Because it is gorgeous. Really, really pretty. I really, really like it. So... if not, it'll become socks. Probably. Maybe a hitchhiker. I could do a hitchhiker. Or sockhead hat. I've done like 3 hitchhikers and have kept absolutely 0 of them. Have I done 3? No, I've done 2. I've done 2 and then I've... ooh, excuse me. I've done... the one that has the lace. Not the Trillian, the other one that had... Magrathea. I've done that one out of Tosh Sock and Tarte. That one I kept. That one's mine. But I did 2 hitchhikers, both in Tosh Sock. One out of Foxglove, which is a natural pink, gray, and a little bit of green that I gave to my sister-in-law because the pink matched her wedding colors. Like her wedding colors were gray and pink, like a rosy, bright pink. That matched it perfectly, so I gave that to her. That was her Christmas present, not 2014, but 2013. The other one was a similar colorway. I can't remember the name of it. It was blue and gray and brown, and then natural. That one I gave to my mom. Everybody's got a hitchhiker. That is it for purchases. That's it for whips. That's all for knitting. Next is Foster Tales. Mamba was adopted, and she went home to her new home on January 29th, 2015. We got word that the reference checks and everything, they came to visit on my birthday, the 24th, they came to visit in the morning, and they really liked her. So they live 2.5 hours northwest of the city, which we had never had an adoption that was so far out. So they didn't actually get a home check done. They called references instead. So I found out Thursday evening, and they wanted to come pick her up Friday or Saturday. So I heard Thursday evening that the references had all gone through. So I sent him an email right away, and he had actually just gotten a call from his dad. That they had called, his dad was one of his references, so they had called him, and they have 3 older children. They're 9, 11, and 14, I think, so I think that'll be awesome. They have an existing dog. They have a 5-year-old Jack Russell Terrier, so Mamba's a little bit bigger, and they brought Dexter on the 24th to meet, and it was fine. Dexter's a little, he's a Jack Russell, what do you expect? So he actually immediately texted me saying, can I come pick her up now? I'm just a little bit north of Martinsville, which is just outside of the city. So it was like 9:45 or 9:30 at this point, and he's like, I can go to Walmart and I'll pick up, leash collar, and I want to come pick her up tonight because it saves me a trip tomorrow. I didn't even think he'd be in the city because it's a 2.5 hour drive. So he came, paid the fee, signed the contract, got her collar and leash, and they got her a really cute pink collar and matching leash, and he took her home. So I haven't heard anything. I assume everything's going fine. So yeah, it was really awesome. They have a huge yard that currently isn't fenced in, but they're going to be fencing it in this year. So yeah, she went to an excellent home, and we are going to be dogless for a while. My boyfriend got a new job working for Assa Abloy, which is a very large door and lock manufacturer around the world. They're actually, I think they're originally from Norway or Sweden. And he's done business with them in the past through his other jobs in the door and window industry. So he is the new installation manager for Alberta and Saskatchewan for their commercial revolving doors. I think it's mostly revolving. It's commercial doors. I know they do revolving. They probably do the automatics and maybe, I don't know exactly. So he starts that on the 17th. What this means is he's going to be working 4:30 or 7:30 to 4:30 Monday to Friday, possibly longer. Right now they don't have anyone doing his job, so everyone in the office is kind of pitching in and doing bits and pieces of it. And a lot of them are staying in the office until 6 or 6:30 these days. He will occasionally have to travel, but he gets 2 weeks notice for any travel. He gets a car allowance every month because he needs to use his car to go visit job sites and stuff if he needs to travel. So we will be, after his 3-month probation, we will need to look at getting a second vehicle because I can't take the bus to work. I can take the bus to school, that's not a problem. But Paulette, my boss, technically doesn't live inside of the city. And the bus stops, I think, 3 or 4 miles away from her. So we are going to be getting a second vehicle. We're looking at moving to a different apartment, because we've had mouse problems and there's been bed bugs in the building and stuff like that. So we might not be able to foster then if we move. Our lease comes up June 1st or May 31st. So if we do move, we might not find a place that allows dogs, but we are still involved in New Hope. We're both foster support coordinators, so we each have 5 homes that we kind of oversee and look after. And then there's an event coming up February 14th here in Saskatoon. It is at Market Mall, which is on Preston if you're in the area. It is from 12 to 3. It is their Meet Your Match event. So they're going to be bringing dogs, and they walk down the aisle, and Mamba likes long walks by the beach, and, like a blind date kind of thing. It's kind of cute. Then they're also doing a bake sale, so I'm baking some gluten-free cinnamon buns for that, and I offered to handle the dog if somebody couldn't be there but wanted to drop off their dog. I still haven't heard, so I probably won't end up doing anything. So yeah. That's kind of how that's going. It'll be nice it's nice right now to have a break because it's gotten really cold again. And I was doing most of the walking, and it's been super icy outside of our building. Nobody clears really the sidewalks properly. So both Chris and I slipped. I fell and bashed up my knee at one point with Mamba, and Chris fell and tweaked his back. So it's nice to not have that extra responsibility. If we had a yard, it wouldn't be a big deal, but walking, it's a little bit much right now, just due to weather. So that is that. It's fun times. School is getting busy. I have an essay due later on today. My Old English class is still fun with Old English. I actually really enjoy it, but it's a lot of keeping up with the Jeffersons, as it was. Keeping up with the Joneses, as it were. I actually recently went back to World of Warcraft. I reactivated and bought the collector's edition of Warlords of Draenor, the actual box set, because I have all of them except Classic and Wrath of the Lich King, so... And, so I'm still playing on Area 52. My battle tag is Kamana, and then number sign 1384. I'm still leveling. I hit 99 earlier today. Nobody I raided with raids or plays anymore on in the guild that I'm in. Some people have quit. Some people aren't raiding because they're too busy. Some people have moved servers. Some people have changed guilds because schedules change. Shit happens. So I'm kind of looking for a guild. Kind of. The only people that are left in the guild are people who don't like me, which is okay. Was the other raid group. One of the other raid groups didn't really like me much. Because I'm pushy. And I expect certain things. They did not want to see my expectations. So, that's that. Family Guy Valentine's event started today or yesterday. It's kind of cool. Simpsons Stonecutter stuff is available. I'm still playing that as well. That's it. So, my throat, I'm not used to talking so long. We're going to end this at half an hour-ish. I will see you in 2 weeks. Have a great time. Reading week is in 2 weeks. My parents are coming out next weekend. It'll be awesome. Chris starts his new job in a week and a half. That'll be awesome. I hope everything's going great for you. And I have the evening to myself. Boyfriend's gone. Which is also awesome. I like my alone time, people. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.